Okay guys, here we go. So first we'll play the actual lap, and then we'll do the lap guide. Alright, so that right there was a 202.423. Now let's watch the guide here. This way you can hopefully learn some things.
Welcome to the lap guide in the Ferrari for Bathurst. First corner, on the right you have the 100 and the 50 meter board. At 75 you want to start braking. And right here where you have the change of colors, I start to turn in. Also the moment I start to turn in, I slowly start to drop the brake. Down to second gear, going as close as I can to the inside curb. Carefully building up my throttle, using all the exit curb to build up my speed for the straight.
Sorry.
The straight, it's a bit like it is on Le Mans. Make sure that you're driving in the middle. It's slightly faster than if you would drive on the right or left. At around 200, I start to go back to the left to prepare the corner. Right here, where the asphalt begins, I start to brake. Around 70%. And here, where you have the white line,
Looks
I
like
start to turn
65.
in. Down to third gear, start to drop the brake, going again as close as I can to the inside curb, quickly building up my throttle, using all the track. Shortly in front of the steel barrier here, I start to turn in. And right in the kink, I want to start braking. Also make sure that you're not too close to the inside wall. Very gentle braking, down to second gear, opening up to the white line. And here I want to go onto the white line and quite early on power, but make sure that you're not going too quickly onto the power. Especially in the Ferrari, you need to wait very long because the traction is bad. Up the hill. Make sure that you open up this corner enough, then it is actually really easy.
Actually, guys, right here, hang on. He doesn't really talk about it here. This is something that I have struggled with and has caused me to spin. I just want to show you something here. So as you come up,
Traction is bad.
you want to continue to steer this way, um, but what you actually have to do is there's a bump here. You have to, for a millisecond, kind of counter steer toward the right. Let's see if he actually does it here. See
Up
that?
the hill.
So just before he actually cuts to the right. Right here, watch. He kind of goes a little right to correct it, and then he brings it back left for a millisecond, and then back to the right. So watch it here.
Wait very long because the traction is bad.
Left, 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 right quick,
Up the hill.
and he kind of eases up.
Make sure
So
that you open up this corner enough, then it is actually really easy. Going as close as you can to the inside curb. The first part of this corner is a bit tricky, there's not really a reference, you need to practice this. Also the car behaves a bit strange because there's no weight on the tires, so as I said, you need to practice this a bit. And then right here, like you want to end up as close as you can to the barrier, and right here where the Etihad letter begins, I want to really start turning towards the corner. All flat out. For the next fast left-hander, you have the beginning of the curb. Right where it begins, I start to slightly turn in and also start to lift. To like 25%. When the weight comes back onto the car, I start to slightly increase the throttle back to like 100%. Make sure that you're not touching the inside curb. The inside curb just pushes you away from where you want to go, and you will end up on the curb here. And if you hit this curb too hard, the car will bottom out and you will spin into Skyline. For Skyline, around 10 meters, yeah, 10-20 meters in front of the board here, you want to start to lift off and slightly brake. You can't brake too much in the first moment because you have no weight on the car. And then when the weight comes down, I start to increase the braking. Make sure that you're not braking too much into the grass here. Down to second gear, keeping the white line here on the inside. Back to throttle for a short moment and then directly back to brake. Going as close as I can to the barrier here. Quickly back to power. Second gear. Again, a corner where you just want to roll into the corner. Around here where the white changes to black, I start to slightly brake. And right here where it goes from black to blue, I start to really step into the brake to slow down. Braking in a straight line, down to second gear, going as close as I can to the inside. And right here where the higher part of the barrier ends, I go back to power directly to 100% to build up my speed.
he really didn't, just so you
Again, for the
know.
straight,
He
go
said
into
he
the
went to
middle.
100%, but he does get off. You definitely have to make sure that you get this right. This is one of my worst corners, so you'll notice he kind of backs off so that he doesn't go push
To
wide
100%
into the area, see?
to build
Anyway,
up my speed.
be
Again, for the
careful.
straight, go into the middle, slightly faster. This is all easy, all flat out. For this corner, I brake right on the 150 board, around 75% again.
You can break out just after
One
it,
and a
just so
half
you know.
car lengths after the 50 board, or the white line here, I start to turn in. Down to second gear, don't touch the inside curb. Carefully back to power,
In
also
fact, guys, so and also depends on track temperature. You can actually brake right about here, just before the 100, and you can get up to around 90% brake because of the compression, but only if your tires are in good shape. Like don't go doing this like on your first two laps. Make sure the tires are up to temperature. Make sure the obviously the track temperature is good. Um, and that's definitely a good opportunity to potentially outbrake someone. But a lot of people they get greedy there and they try to outbrake someone when their tires are not ready. So just be aware of it. There's a lot of incidents that happen at this corner. I've seen it, way too many times. So
75% again. One and a half car lengths after the 50 board, or the white line here, I start to turn in. Down to second gear, don't touch the inside curb.
he did.
Carefully back to power, also careful that you're not going into the grass here. Same for this curb, never touch the grass. And for the last corner, here on the right, you have the 100 board. Right on the 100 board, you want to start braking. Again, around 75%. At the second last starting box here, I start to turn in. going as close as I can to the inside curb, carefully building up my throttle, and on the exit you can also slightly run through the crest, that's not really a problem. That's the lap guide for Bathurst in the Ferrari. I hope it was helpful and wish you good luck.
And also in that last turn, just try not to be too aggressive. That's a very tricky one, and as you get faster, it's very easy to spin. So that's it. Hopefully this helps someone or all of us. All right. So let's get it, guys.